Good morning, friends. My today topic is case law, which is in the syllabus of Advocate on Record of Examination, which is held every year by the Honorable Supreme Court of India. So the case law's name is Chandra Kumar versus Union of India, 1997. This case is landmark judgment in Indian constitutional law. It established the principles of judicial supremacy and reinforced the importance of judiciary in the maintenance of rule of law. This case primarily dealt with the constitutionality of the Administrative Tribunals Act 1985 and the jurisdictions of the tribunal as compared to the high courts and the Supreme Courts. Going by the background of the case, the Administrative Tribunal Act 1985 was enacted to establish tribunals for resolving disputes related to public service matters. The tribunals were meant to reduce the burden on regular courts and provide quick resolution of service related disputes. And its key provisions, that is, Article 323A and 323B of the Constitution empowered Parliament to establish tribunals. The Act ousted the jurisdiction of the High Courts under Article 226 and 227 and of the Honorable Supreme Court under Article 32 over matters adjudicated by these tribunals. This exclusion was challenged on the grounds that it violated the basic structure of the Constitution, particularly judicial review. Now, the petitioner's argument were that the exclusion of the jurisdiction of the High Court and the Supreme Court curtailed judicial review, which is a fundamental feature of the Constitution, whereas the tribunals lacked the independence and authority of regular courts, raising concern about their effectiveness and impartiality. These were the arguments on behalf of the petitioners. Whereas the respondent, that was Union of India, government argued that the tribunals were necessary to reduce the backlog of the cases and ensure quicker justice, especially in specialized areas like administrative and service laws. It defended the exclusion of regular courts jurisdiction as a way to streamline dispute resolution. So, while hearing of the case, the law points involved were firstly, can the jurisdiction of the High Courts and Supreme Courts be ousted by the establishment of tribunals? Second was, did the exclusion of judicial review violated the basic structure of the Constitution, Third was what is the role of tribunals in the judicial system? Honorable Supreme Court gave its judgment in 1997, and this case was heard by seven judges constitutional bench. This court struck down certain provisions of the Administrative Tribunal Act and clarified the role of the tribunals in India. Now, going to the major points of the ruling, it said that judicial review is a basic structure. The court reaffirmed that judicial review is part of the basic structure of the Constitution and cannot be excluded. High courts and the Supreme Courts are the ultimate interpreter of the Constitution, and their powers under Article 226, 227, and 32 cannot be curtailed. Second was tribunal decision is subjected to judicial review. The Honorable Court ruled that the decisions of the tribunal are subject to judicial review by the High Courts under Article 226 and 227, and also under Article 32 of the Supreme Court of India. The exclusion of the High Court jurisdiction by the Administrative Tribunals Act was declared unconstitutional. Now, coming to the role of the tribunal, Honorable Court recognized the importance of tribunals in handling specialized disputes and reducing the burden on regular courts. However, it emphasized that tribunals are subordinate to the constitutional courts, I mean to say High Courts and Honorable Supreme Court. Supreme Court's supervisory role. Tribunals are not substitute for constitutional courts. The supervisory jurisdiction of the High Courts over tribunals ensures that constitutional and legal principles are upheld. Independence of tribunals. The court highlighted the need for ensuring the independence and impartiality of tribunals. This includes proper appointments, tenure, and safeguards against external influences. So, after this judgment, what were the improvements? Which area was affected? So, coming to significance of the judgment, it reinforced the judicial supremacy. The judgment upheld the supremacy of the judiciary in interpreting and safeguarding the Constitution. Secondly, it reassured the primacy of the judicial review as a cornerstone of Indian democracy. Tribunals are supplementary bodies. Honorable Court clarified that tribunals are supplementary to the regular judiciary, not a replacement of the judiciary. Their decisions are subject to oversight by the High Courts and the Supreme Courts, balancing efficiency and accountability. This judgment acknowledged the importance of the tribunal for speedy justice while ensuring their accountability to constitutional principles. Now, criticism, backlog of cases. Critics argue that subjecting tribunal decisions to High Court's review could dilute the purpose of the tribunal, leading to delays and backlogs. Already, if a case is put before courts, it takes time. And through this review petitions, then it also again goes to the courts, which are already burdened with so many pending cases. So this is why the doubt in the functioning of the tribunals, if review is allowed. Critics said so. Ambiguity in implementation. The judgment raised concern about the exact scope of High Court's review powers over tribunals, leading to potential conflicts. So, nutshell, I am concluding this topic. The L. Chandra Kumar case reinforced the central role of judiciary in maintaining constitutional governance in India. It ensured that tribunals function within a framework of accountability while respecting the primacy of judicial review by high courts and supreme courts. The judgment is, we can say, a cornerstone in balancing the efficiency of specialized tribunals with the constitutional mandate of judicial supremacy. That's all, friends. This was actually ninth case in the syllabus of advocate on record. Now, 10th case, which is in the syllabus of advocate on record, I will take in next video. Thanks for watching. God bless you all.